Captain Ibrahim Traore of the government of Burkina Faso has named Thomas Sankara's Boulevard in Burkina Faso in Ouagadougou while commemorating the 36 years after the assassination of Thomas Sankara, who was a freedom fighter and then the president of Burkina Faso up until he was assassinated in 1983 in Burkina Faso. So after 36 years, they have named the boulevard that was named before by Charles de Gaulle, now named as Thomas Sankara. What a nice and beautiful way to commemorate, their hero, or this is an African, a global hero, actually, Thomas Sankara is. Now, during this time, there were relatives of Thomas Sankara, also Captain Ibrahim Traore, and then different government officials who attended this. Let me just go and show you. Yeah, now as you can see, it was attended by different officials, and the Minister of Culture also of Burkina Faso has made a statement there, a speech. One thing that you have to know is, and there were also people, ordinary people, who attended this commemoration. Thomas Sankara, when he came to power to Burkina Faso, he came through a coup, but then removed through a coup as well. He was assassinated. The Burkina Faso was named as Upper Volta. Look, this is Ibrahim Traore, unveiling the boulevard of Captain Isidore Noel Thomas Sankara. How beautiful. Let me just listen this.
We're very proud. Boulevard Thomas Sankara. Today the boulevard and former president. Today the boulevard has been named Boulevard Thomas Sankara instead of Boulevard Charles de Gaulle. So today we're very proud. Because if the boulevard had been named after imperialists, today we think that we also have heroes. We also have valiant Burkinabe, that we can take these boulevards or these streets to name them after our brave figures. Thomas Sankara was killed along with...
Yeah, exactly. So, as Aman said, why not celebrating our own heroes? Because Burkina Faso has its own heroes. So, why not naming after them instead of reminding us by the names of some, imperialists, reminding us those colonial powers? So, I think it's the right move again done by Captain Ibrahim Traore. So really well done. One important fact, this man is really following in the footsteps of Thomas Sankara. There is a lot of resemblance that Captain Ibrahim Traore has with the late Captain Thomas Sankara. Now, Thomas Sankara, when he came to power, what he did, Burkina Faso's name was Upper Volta, given by the colonial powers. Now he named it to Burkina Faso, which means in the Burkinabe language, it means incorruptible people. That's what it means, with its people being called. Now the Burkina Faso people are called Burkinabes. For example, Ethiopia, the citizens of Ethiopia, the people of Ethiopia, are called Ethiopians. So for Burkina Faso, it's Burkinabes. Now the meaning of Burkinabe, it means upright people, and the land itself, Burkina Faso, is incorruptible, the land of incorruptible people. So that is really he's following in his footsteps. And then they have also now it's in their constitution every year. It was October 15 exactly in 1983 that he was Thomas Sankara was assassinated. Was it 19? No, not 1983. He was assassinated, but 36 years ago. Sorry, that I made a mistake. Now, Article 1 says in the constitution, the late Captain Thomas Isidore Noel Sankara is recognized as the hero of the nation. The day of homage to the late Captain Thomas Sankara to be celebrated every 15th of October in Ouagadougou. That's the capital of Burkina Faso. Now, the man who is suspected of um, his days was sentenced to life in Burkina Faso. This is one thing. Not only they named the boulevard, but also they have dedicated every 15th of October to be celebrated. So what a nice way, really, for the children, for the generation to look up to this hero, to know his history, to ask what he has done. There's also going to be a monument in the country. He has Captain Captain Ibrahim Traore has laid the blocks up for the foundation. Now, this is what, look, one of them said. Today, the boulevard has been named Boulevard Thomas Sankara instead of Boulevard Charles de Gaulle. So today we are very proud because if the boulevard had been named after imperialists today, we think that we also have heroes. We also have valiant Burkinabes, which is like Thomas Sankara. Yeah, well done, Burkina Faso. Once again, Ibrahim Traore has done it. Now, this just to make, to establish some fact, this removing colonial monuments and renaming, it has been the practice of Africa ever since Africa start to, the countries start to get their independence. So they have named their cities, they have named their they have removed the monuments, different things they have done. So it's not a new thing, but there are still places and monuments that remind us, the imperialists, the colonizers. So they need to be removed, and instead, those who are victim needs to be needs to deserve that place, whether it's building a monument, whether it's naming a road or a street, whatever, naming a city after them. That's what we need to do with our own heroes in Africa, so that children would know. Now, for example, look, let me just share this slide with you. Yeah, this is by the way on 2022, that was 35 years ago in Ouagadougou. There's a monument of Thomas Sankara, but this is the one they are going to build is in a place exactly where he's assassinated. That's what makes it different. Now, not only him, also all there were like 12 his companions also who are assassinated with him. Now, just to mention a few, for example, this is Cecil John Rhodes in one of the universities in South Africa, who is a pro-British Empire. So they are removing it from a university there. It started one black student. The university used to be called a white university. Now a black student started. Now the black students, or the South African students, start to attend, and it was initiated by one African student, and then at the end it was removed. And there are other also monuments from, including Queen Victoria, that were removed from there. This is Cecil Rhodes. Also, his monument was in Zimbabwe. So Zimbabwe, when they got there, when got its independence, it was in two cities actually. So they removed the Cecil Rhodes monument, and then actually what we know now, Harare, the capital of Zimbabwe, used to be known as Salisbury, but now named with Harare after in there. So Africa has been trying and is still in the process. I think in doing it, there is a healing by removing those colonial remnants from the country. So let us know in the comment section what you think, whether other African countries have to follow this footsteps, what has been done now, Captain Traore, and which African countries you think also it has many colonial monuments in their country, in their cities, and that need to take action to remove it. So let us know in the comment section. Please share your view. We value that. And thank you very much for tuning in again. Yeah, Mark Edwards says, hello. I am very proud of Captain, and I am glad to see that Africa is no longer going to allow those French demons to take advantage of this country. By the way, speaking of the French, when there was a movement of in black, the other parts of the world, for example, in the US, they started to remove those white people who were against the African people who were basically expanding slavery, working against everything against the black people. Their monuments were removed during the Black Lives Matter movement. Now, and that was also that movement was also in Europe, but first started in America. So what happened is that the French president Emmanuel Macron was really against it, and he said we should not be removing those colonial monuments. Instead, he said, basically in his own words, I'm paraphrasing, we have to look at them and learn. What do you learn? Remove it. They are not a good example. Why do you have to build a monument? Or what is the use of it then? But in any case, so like that, he has stopped that movement in France when activists wanted to remove those monuments. Please, fans, so let us know. Go ahead and in the comment section what you think about this, and which African country has many colonial remnants or colonial monuments or name of cities, name of whatever it is, or universities or towns or falls. There's one called Victoria Fall in South Africa, isn't it? Yeah, so I think South Africa has the most, maybe, but just drop the names and which country it is. Thank you very much, and bye bye. I'll see you on the next one.